and guests and brothers and sisters. Today, in this beautiful hall, I remember coming here many years ago also. So this time again, I was able to come here and request me to give a talk. So first of all, I would like to take this opportunity to extend my very warm greetings and Teshidele, everyone who have gathered here today. And I've been asked to talk in English. Generally, my English is not good. I have never been to school. I just learned in the homes. And especially nowadays, I'm getting old, and I didn't use English so much, so my English is very poor. But I will try my best to say something as you have requested. Generally, we as human beings in our life, we need many things. We need place to live, food to eat, clothes, medical care, love, care, and many things. But most important thing is our mind. We have to be, as we have received, we have been born as a human being with all the facilities. So this life has to be happy, yourself happy, and also benefit others. To make this, you have to make a change in the mind. Mind, we have the physical body, voice, and mind. The mind is the most important. See, the mind is happy, even in your poor place, you are happy. And when your mind is happy, you're physically also you are healthy, and the whole environment is happy. If your mind is not happy, even in your heaven, but the whole atmosphere is suffering. So therefore, we as a human being, once born as a human being, this life we have to be very careful and make it very happy. To do that, what can we do? Most important thing is that we have to be healthy, physically healthy. To healthy, of course, you need to abstain from the unfavorable conditions and try to be in a favorable conditions. And with this, we have to be healthy. But most important thing is, mind has to be happy. If your mind is relaxed and happy, then you are physically also healthy. And when you are healthy, then it's very good. When you are healthy, the whole environment is also healthy. And so in this way you will live long. Living long life is one of the qualities of the higher realms. You know, we have the higher realms and lower realms. We are born in the higher realm, and especially in this very beautiful place. When I was young, I used to see many opera, dramas in Tibet, especially in Lhasa, in Lubulingpa in the summertime. They have many festivals of showing these dramas. And in these dramas, they talk about the country called Mendragram, and the king called Kalawangmo and Drawsangmo, and their prince and princess, and so I used to think, where is this very beautiful place? And I realized it is here. It is here. Only I realized when I visited first time here in Tawang that I realized that it is this country. It's very beautiful. So when you are born in such a beautiful country, beautiful place, you have to be very happy and healthy, and long life and good health is important. And so to do that, you have to be you have to be free from the worries and sufferings. And it is said that if it is a problem, when you face problems, then you worries, you have the anxieties. So when you have such a problems, if the problem is something that could be solved, then there's no need to worry. If the problem is something that you could not solve, then there's no point in worrying. So worrying and being anxiety has no point. So one has to be very straightforward and very free from worries and things like that. So as everything is changing nowadays, when we was a child and now it is totally different. Even when I visited here in 15 years ago, since then it is total change. Tawang is completely changed. With so many buildings, so many people, and not only change it outside, but also inside, that people have more awakening, more awareness, more educated, especially in Dharma. Many people are very aware about the path. So this is a very encouraging sign. And so everything is changing. Our mind is also changing. For example, myself, I came to India in 1956 as a Buddha Jayanti to visit the holy places. At that time, when I entered Sakya, I came through Sikkim. Actually, my place is very close to Sikkim. Sikkim border is only about roughly, although we don't know exactly, but roughly only about 60 kilometers. So it's very near. So we came through the Sikkim. So when I reached the Gangtok and Kalimpong, I thought it is a wonderful place because it's full of trees, flowers, nice houses, nice roads. Everything is so beautiful. Because in Tibet at that time, winter time is very cold, windy, and there's no trees, no flowers, no greenery. So, and when we reach Gangtok and Kalimpong, the temperature is all, even though it is winter time, the temperature also is just right, and so it's very beautiful. And then I went back to Tibet. And then in 1959, when His Holiness the Dalai Lama came to India, I also followed him. I left after about 1 month from my place. At that time, there's very, actually we don't have a kind of reliable source of information. The only information that we rely on is the All India Radio Tibetan unit. listen every night. And then we realized that His Holiness has already left from Lhasa to India. So we also left after that. But we are very fortunate being very close to Sikkim border. So then we came to Sikkim, and then Darjeeling, and I stayed about 4 years in Darjeeling. And it was a very beautiful place. And then in 1962, when there was a war between China and India, at that time, then again we left Darjeeling, and we don't know where to go, and eventually we found Masuri. So I stayed in Masuri about 8 years. And then after that we established monasteries, settlements. So in Dehradun, since then I've been living in Dehradun. And then of course, when you live here all the time, it's the same as anywhere. And then I know many people who are living in Europe, and they used to send us postcards with beautiful pictures, color pictures. Color pictures are very attractive. So we thought Europe is very nice. So then I went to Europe, and of course in the beginning it's very nice. Then after I thought this is even better. Then we went to America. America is also nice because it's a developed country and so on. And so in this way I went everywhere. I have not been to Africa. Otherwise, South and North America, Europe, Asia, Australia. I have not been to all the countries, but I've been quite a number of countries. I've been to the countries that are poor. I also been to the countries that are rich. Everywhere. The samsara is everywhere same. There are rich people, poor people, there are happy people, sad people, everywhere is same. And eventually, after going everywhere, I gained a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge. And I realized that actually now sort of my mind is completely turned around. Now the only country that is very livable and most beautiful country is my own country, Tibet, because the environment is very, very clean, very clear, waters are very, very clean, and the food is in the West, nowadays people care a lot about health, so they are very careful about taking the food. So many people try to eat organic foods. But in Tibet, actually, everything is organic. So the only problem is, I don't know what is the wrong. The people don't live very long. Otherwise, people are generally healthy. There are no hospitals. There are no, but everything was. So now, when I used to think Tibet is very, very poor country and not a livable country, but now I think completely after seeing all around the world that I realize Tibet is the only country that is really, really livable and nice. And so in this way, everything is changing. Everything is so main thing is that we have to be, our mind has to be kind. Basically, human beings are raised through love, compassion, and care. when we were born as a baby, we cannot do anything. We can't take care of our mothers have given us milk and warm up and taking care. And also our fathers and our brothers and sisters. Then when we grow up a little bit, we have the same care of our friends and relatives. So educated them, taught them what is the right thing to do, what is the bad thing to do, and so on. So in this way, all our life is raised through love and compassion and care. And as you grown up, then also you need to depend on others. You need friends, you need companions, you need a family, you need children, and you need a spouse and so on. Then as you get older, you even need more care about it. As you get older, you need more care about depending on other people's love and care. So our whole entire life is raised through the love and care. So since everything is, entire life is raised through the love and compassion and tolerance and of the other peoples. So it is our duty not to hurt other people and try to love other people. It is our duty to love everybody, include even those who have different views with you, even people who do not have disagreement with you. If you give them love instead of hate, it can turn into the positive conditions. If somebody is in disagreement with you, and if you hate them, the hate only makes worse and it makes more violence, more anger, more unhappy, more sufferings. So instead that even you have a disagreement, if you love them, if you give them, if you care them, then it will turn into positive conditions. So therefore, in this way, we can make our minds very happy. And if our minds happy, and when your mind is happy, you are physically good, you can sleep better, you can eat better, your appetite is better, your sleep is better, and when you have this, then you can also help other people. When you have other people, in this way, we can create a real, peaceful and harmonious society. Nowadays, throughout the world, people are more aware about peace. For the peace, there are a lot of conferences held, a lot of discussions are done, a lot of conferences are held. But the main peace, we have to start from individually. Individual mind is happy and peace. Then he can create within his family a peace and happiness. And when you have within your family peace, then you can within your neighborhood you can have peace. When you have the neighborhood, then your town can be more peaceful and more happiness. And eventually, then in this way, we can establish world peace. World peace begins from individuals. Without having a peaceful life in individuals, we cannot create the world peace. So the world peace has to start from your own mind. If your own mind is happy, if your own mind is peaceful, then you can create in this way eventually to the whole world. Otherwise, no matter how many conferences we have, how many discussions we have, how many dialogues we have, it will not be able to, as long as your mind is controlled with the anger and hatred, you will not be able to start the peace and happiness and harmony. So we begin from our individuality. As an individual, we are born as human beings. We have all the facilities. We are human beings, other than animals. Animals, you cannot educate them, but the human beings, we have the intelligence. We have the intelligence to use, so you must use what is the best, what is the most useful thing to do in your own life. If your mind is happy and peaceful, then you can start the peace. So in this way, we should try to extend, eventually to try to extend the whole world. So for that, you have to study. Wisdom is very important. Without wisdom, you cannot differentiate between what is the right way and what is the wrong way. If you have wisdom, even you have accumulated wisdom, as we have a saying, the drops can create oceans. Even you learn one drop every day, eventually it will become an ocean. After accumulating for years, many years, then it will become the whole. So wisdom is very important. And then also we are different from animals. Animals have no such wisdom, but we have the basic wisdom. And then natural wisdom. And on that you have the effort wisdom, which means through studying, the more the knowledge you gain, more about you see, more about people you meet, your wisdom expands. When your wisdom expands, then it can so therefore these are very important. Long life, good health, wisdom, and good race. In ancient time in India, we have the different classes of races. There are 4 races and so on. But according to the Buddhism, according to the Lord Buddha, everyone is equal. It does not mean being born in the Brahmin does not mean that you are higher race. But anyone who is like having hair and race and bone, etc., being born in a Brahmin family does not mean that you are Brahmin. But anyone who is honest, who is truthful, who is a virtuous life is a Brahmin. So even if you are born in a very low class, but if you do this, then you are in the higher careers already. So it is not, the race is not in our bones, race is not in our flesh, race is in what we do. What we do, if you are truthful and honest and straightforward and virtuous, then you are Brahman. That is the Brahman. And then also the power does not mean that to control other people. Power means your own strength, your own ability. These also have to be built. So these are the qualities of the higher race. There are 7 races, 7 qualities. And so these we have to develop. These have to develop us. Even you are not a religious person, it does not mean that you have to be religion. You have to be a religious person. And religion is a personal matter. If you practice religion, of course, it's very good, best. But even you are not a religious person, but if you are honest and straightforward, truthful, and virtuous, your life will be happy. When your life is happy, your family is happy. When your family is happy, your neighborhood is happy. When your neighborhood is happy, then your town is happy. So in this way, we can create peaceful and harmonious and happy place. So in this way, that we should try to make it our society, our country, I really admire India, because India is a huge country with such a large population and so many different ethnic groups, so many different religions, so many different cultures, so many different way of life, but all together as one country in the world, the largest democratic country. It's a very, I really admire. And this is all because of the great leaders such as Mahatma Gandhi and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, etc., who have really cared only for other people. They don't have the selfish thoughts. They only care about other people. So that's why they've been able to. India is a country where there's a full freedom, full open media, and all the different religions, all the different ethnic groups harmoniously living together as a one Indian country. And I think likewise, the whole world should follow the Indian way of country, the Indian way of system, and the Indian way of doing things. And so and you are very fortunate to be part of India, because it is such a great country, and we are also very grateful for the last so many years we've been living here in India, very free with religion and culture, way of life, everything very freely practiced. Whereas some other countries which you don't have such a freedom. So in this way that we should follow, the whole world should follow the same way as in India. And in this way that we can establish world peace and world harmony. most important thing, very honest. Honesty is very important. Whether there's somebody watching or not, as even you are living alone, if you're truthful, you are honest, this will create. So no matter where you go, to whom you associate, that you should try to be very honest and so we are also very grateful for the people of India and the government of India and the state governments that they've been giving us so much love and care, and that we've been able to live for the last so many years in peacefully and happily and freely. Then apart from that, I don't have much. Generally, my knowledge is very limited, and especially, as I said in the beginning, my English is very limited, so I could not say everything what I wanted to say. In Tibetan, I can say better, but in English, I could not say. So with this, I conclude my talk, and I would like once again thank you very much for giving us such a warm welcome and such a love and care, and we wish you all complete success in your life. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Holiness, for blessing us with your wisdom. We have bureaucrats, intellectuals, teachers, and the youths, the future of Tawang in this hall. And I think they have some questions. Your Holiness, if you would like to take the questions, please raise your hand. अगर किसी को कुछ सवाल पूछना है तो आप अपना हाथ खड़ा कीजिए. Students. कोई है, आप अपना हाथ खड़ा कीजिए. स्टूडेंट्स, अगर आप लोगों को ये मौका बार बार नहीं मिलेगा. इतना बड़ा हॉल में सबसे छोटी बच्ची ने हिम्मत किया है.
Rinpoche, and good morning to everyone. My name is Tenzin Namu and I study in LT Scholars Home. So my question is that since in Buddhism we have been taught that we have to be compassionate and selfless, but in this present competitive days it is very hard to be compassionate and selfless. So how to be compassionate and selfless? Thank you.